the title correctly. Why am I here? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. If you haven't already been able to tell by the title, I'm doing a video on Ben Shapiro. Who is Ben Shapiro, you might ask? Ben Shapiro is a renowned conservative political pundit, and if you don't know what that word means, it's right here. He's essentially a public speaker for a conservative politicalness, or party, in that words. A syndicated columnist, I hope I said that right, a lawyer, and a New York Times best-selling author. He's also an editor of The Daily Wire, and hosts his own video podcast called The Ben Shapiro Show. What was missing out of that entire list of things, though, is that he's also a raging transphobe. And he's very popular for this exact thing. And the video we're about to watch is called Miss Universe Goes Trans. Now, I saw this and thought, screw it. Why not? Let's have a go at this. So, I don't know what I'm about to watch. Well, I do. I've seen it. But I've seen it for the sheer fact of I wanted to know what I was getting into. Before I do all this, I wanted to see what I was subjecting my audience to. And I'm sorry for what you're about to watch. Because this man, right here, he's, this one, right here, yeah, he's not the most nicest of men. And something I think I need to point out before we go any further is Ben Shapiro being a transphobe is not surprising, given the fact he is an Orthodox Jew. Now, I'm not coming at religions here, but his religion not accepting of trans folk. So this whole him being transphobic does not surprise anybody. Also, given the fact that he's very well known for being a transphobe, doesn't surprise anybody either. So let's get into the video, because I'm very interested. It has been 3 minutes and I'm not even in the video yet. This is going to be interesting.
In the most ridiculous news of the day,
Forgot he did that. For starters, most ridiculous is a bit of a stretch. The war between Russia and Ukraine is ridiculous. A trans woman winning Miss Universe? Not ridiculous, Ben. Not ridiculous at all. Also, if anybody's not noticed, his little mug down here, well, hold on, I'll hop out for a second. His little mug down here says leftist tears. Just thought you guys should know that. Because he's a right-wing conservative, obviously, so he has to be angry at the left-wing community.
Miss Universe pageant happened the other night. And far be it for me to say that I watched a single minute of it. I did not.
Okay. That's your choice. You don't have to watch things. There's a thing called freedom in the world, mate. That allows you to be able to do whatever you want within reason. And if you don't want to watch Miss Universe, guess what? You don't have to.
The only minute of it that I watched is what was going around online. What was going around online was a video of Thai, quote, businesswoman and CEO of the JKN Global Group, Anne Jakrajutatib.
That's a pretty good pronunciation of her name there, mate. That's a very good job. Also, am I the only one that's kind of annoyed by his voice a little bit? His voice is kind of piercing. I don't know. His voice just hits that part of my brain. Also, this background, if he wasn't a douche, I think I would appreciate his background, because his setup is very nice. However, not so much.
Hey, now there's one problem with Anne Jakrajutatib.
And what is that, Ben? What is the problem with Anne?
I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'm going to screw it up.
You don't know how to pronounce the name, so you're just gonna screw it up. Or you could be respectful and not use the name if you don't know how to pronounce it, Ben. Because miscorrectly saying someone's name, knowing full well you don't know how to pronounce the name, is disrespectful. In every way, shape, and or form.
This person is not a woman. This person is a dude.
Okay, if you believe that, why are you referring to them as a person and not... Why are you using a gender non-conforming sentence, one that doesn't have a gender? You're calling them a person, yeah? Which means in some of your sentences, you're not giving them a gender. In others, you're now saying they're not a woman and they're a dude. You're wrong, for starters. But also, Ben, if you're going to be transphobic, which I don't recommend you do, if you're going to be transphobic, at least be transphobic in every aspect, not just doing it in one. By that I mean referring to them as a dude and not a woman, but then referring to them as a person. Because person doesn't have a gender attached to it. If you're going to be homophobic, you might as well just call... Why do I keep saying homophobic? If you're going to be transphobic, you might as well just go all out. Because you're already off to a bad start, mate. We can't hate you any more than we do right now.
A dude with a lot of surgeries, as you will be able to hear from this clip.
Okay. A dude with a lot of surgeries. No. She's a woman who's had surgeries to make herself feel better. Ben, if you had a deformity that you didn't like about yourself, and it caused you a lot of problems, and you were sick and tired of everybody pointing it out, and you went ahead and had surgeries to fix it, wouldn't it still suck if people kept referring to you as deformed, even though you've now since fixed that problem? It'd suck, wouldn't it? So, constantly calling a trans woman who has gone through surgeries and all sorts of things to feel more comfortable in the fact that they are a woman and to have a body that represents how they feel on the inside is just is so unnervingly disrespectful, because if you were in that position and someone did that to you, you would be offended. But when you do that to somebody else and someone else is offended, all of a sudden they are being woke and disrespectful and, oh my god, our society's crumbling because everybody's just so sensitive. No, Ben. That's not how that works. Okay? Not how that works.
So the owner of Miss Universe bought Miss Universe and now has said that the world's most famous beauty pageant is entering a new era. And here is what Jakra Jujatip said.
If that is the trans woman he's talking about, stop saying a last name you can't pronounce. Just call her Anne. Oh wait, I know why you won't call her Anne. Because calling her Anne acknowledges her as a woman. Isn't that right, Ben?
The Miss Universe organization from now on is going to be ran by women.
She's a very pretty woman. I'm pointing that out. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Especially like her earrings. And her makeup. Her makeup is gorgeous. Like, her dress is also very pretty. But just gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Owned by a trans woman. For all women.
I mean, look at how... Can we get back for a second? Just quick, like, 2-second pan at this dress. I mean, look at that dress. Just... I mean, these dresses are... Wow, that black dress is actually really pretty. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to look at it. But this dress... Just... Get it, girl. You look beautiful.
For all women really around the world to celebrate the power of feminism.
The power of feminism.
Ben. If someone took you speaking and went, the power of feminism, and made their voice very, very, very high pitched, you would hate that. So don't do it to somebody whose voice is a little bit deeper than a stereotypical woman's voice is. Because the tone of someone's voice doesn't depict their gender. If someone has a deep voice, that doesn't make them a man. Someone has a high-pitched voice, doesn't make them a woman. Okay? And this just proves how ignorant you truly are. The fact that you're conforming to a stereotype about women that they have high-pitched voices. They don't. I've met so many women that don't have high-pitched voices. I've also met lots of men with high-pitched voices. Doesn't make them any less of a man, same as Anne's voice doesn't make her any less of a woman. And you poking fun at that is extremely transphobic, as is just about everything you've done in this video.
It will be owned by a woman. A trans woman. We'll get some more.
We love a transphobe laughing at his own transphobia. Is that because no one else will laugh with you? Because it's not funny? Oh wait, no. You're very, very backwards fans that don't have a grip on reality and don't like it when things are changing. Have a problem with all of this. So you guys all think it's funny to laugh at things that are changing because it's not happening to you. So you find it funny. It's not happening to you. It's not comedic by any stretch of the imagination. You're not funny, Ben.
More on this in just one moment. First, if you are looking to upgrade your style this year without breaking the bank, you need to check out True Classic Tees.
Okay, so if you're wondering what just happened, is I skipped over a brand deal that he has in this video because I'm not giving it any promo. That's not happening. And the fact that a company promoted him in general, like that they're sponsoring him in general, is bad. The fact that they're sponsoring this video is even worse. Like, come on. Are we not on a different playing field now? Are things not different? Like, come on. Why do you have to be so openly transphobic? Jesus Christ.
Has our society become ridiculous enough yet?
We're allowing you to talk about things that have nothing to do with you. So yeah, I would say we've become ridiculous from the second that people started listening to you and that interesting man, Andrew Tate, on the internet. I would say that was when our society started crashing. I don't think a trans woman being on Miss Universe is the reason our society is ridiculous. Hate crime, transphobia, homophobia, racism, misogyny, things like that are the reason our society is ridiculous. Not the fact that a beautiful trans woman went on Miss Universe. God, you are so backwards, Ben. You are so backwards. This is... Jesus Christ, okay.
For you. And this is just Hunger Games type stuff.
This is just Hunger Games type stuff. Okay, have you ever seen The Hunger Games or read The Hunger Games books, Ben? The Hunger Games, yeah. If you didn't know, is someone from every district fighting it out to see which district is superior. That's got nothing to do with what you're watching right now. Oh my god. Jesus, sorry. My phone fell. And that's what's currently providing light, because I'm a broke bitch. But, Jesus Christ. You're a lawyer as well, you're educated, which means that you should be so much smarter than this, but you're just not. You're not.
It's absurdity piled on top of absurdity. Chakra Jutsu.
It's absurdity piled on top of absurdity. You can't pile absurdity on top absurdity. I fucked that one up. It just makes a bigger pile of absurdity. Absurdity. Fuck's sakes, that word is just no. That word sucks.
Absurdity.
Absurdity. There we go. Just makes a bigger pile of that. You can't stack two of the same thing on top of each other. It just makes a bigger pile of that same thing. Also, you can tell that he went to say something else before he said that.
Chakra Jutsu tip. Continue.
What did he attempt to say before that?
Absurdity piled on top of absurd.
So, what was the word you intended to say there, Ben? Because you just changed up your word. Did it not make sense? And that's why you changed it up to make it try and make sense, and it still didn't make any sense.
Absurdity. Chakra Jutsu tip. Continued. The pageant would stand for, quote, diverse cultures, social inclusion.
Okay, so this is the it's either the trans woman or the woman. Sorry, it's either the trans woman or the person that just bought Miss Universe. Again, you're pronouncing a name you don't know how to pronounce, Ben.
Inclusion, gender equality, creativity, a force for good, and of course, the beauty of humanity.
All good things. All good things. And the fact that it's taken this long for something like this to happen is kind of upsetting. Something isn't like a trans woman being allowed to go on Miss Universe. It's the kind of thing I'm referring to. It's kind of sad that it's taken this long, but it is a step in the right direction that it's even happened to start with. But I have a feeling he's going to have something to do. He's going to have a problem with the end sentence. The beauty of humanity. From memory, he has a problem with that sentence.
The beauty of humanity. Quote, I turned pain into power and I turned life lessons into wisdom. So the company which owned Miss Universe was bought out for about $20 million.
Would have thought that'd be more. Miss Universe is a big company. But I guess 20 million is a lot of money, but I guess I suspected it to go for more than that, as it's relatively well-known company, and most well-known popular companies go for it multi-million dollars. And I get 20 million is multi-million, but at the same time I'm talking like hundreds of millions, or so, like things like that.
I love that they call this person a mother of two. This is not a...
Why do you love that they call him a mother of two, Ben? Tread lightly. Also, are we realizing he just hesitated? Don't want to insult mothers. Don't want to insult trans mothers. Really, Ben, you hesitated. Is that a little bit of guilt coming through? Do you feel bad for what you're about to say? Struck that you're like holding back what you're trying to say that much that it's painful to get out. You should probably just stop saying really offensive things then.
A mother. This is a dude.
It's not a dude though. It is a mother. It is a mother. It's a beautiful trans mother. Oh god, you're an ignorant, intolerant man. I swear. Also, by what you just said, that makes no sense. They're not a mother, they're a dude. If they were a dude, they'd be a father. So shouldn't your sentence have then been, she's not a mother of two, she's a father? if you were going to be transphobic, but you instead made your sentence make no sense. I mean, your sentence made no sense anyway. You called a trans woman a dude. And said she wasn't a mother of two, she's a man. She's not. She's a mother of two and a beautiful trans woman who went on Miss Universe. If you don't like the idea of trans people being on Miss Universe, here's a really good idea, Ben. Don't watch it. Like, you don't have to watch it. Same as if you are sick and tired of seeing trans things in the news or hate pride marches. Don't watch it. Don't think about it. Don't acknowledge it. Don't do it. Or you hate gay people getting married. Here's a really good idea. Don't pay attention to it. If you don't like something, don't subject yourself to it. I know. Mind-blowing.
So, really exciting stuff. I do love that an entire pageant that is built on stereotypes about beautiful women is going to now be run by a man who says he is a woman, who now says that he is fighting on behalf of feminism. So,
okay, so the person that spoke, the trans woman that spoke, she now runs Miss Universe. That's what he's mad about. Also, stereotypes of beautiful women, really, Ben, is now run by a man pretending to be a woman. No. It is a woman who was forced their entire life to conform to gender roles and be perceived as a man their whole life, till they finally had a fucking enough of it and decided to be the true authentic selves, and then they have to deal with shithead people like you who insult them for just being themselves. They're just trying to live, Ben. Unless you're trying to sleep with her, get over it.
So here's the real question. Okay, if we're going to take this feminism thing all the way to its logical extreme here, then
feminism to its logical extreme. I don't think accepting trans women as women is a logical extreme, but okay.
And probably the Miss Universe contest has to be open to fat women, correct?
Yes.
We have to be body positive here at the Miss Universe contest. And in fact, not only just fat women, fat men. After all, some men are women.
I don't like where he's going with this. It's not some men are women. Some women were born men, mate. There's a very, very big difference in those two sentences. You say one, you're a transphobe. You say the other one, you're correct. I won't let you decide which one that is. It's the latter option. Women are sometimes born men. Understand?
And it would be absolutely sexist to only allow trans women to participate who have had an extraordinary amount of plastic surgery to make them appear more like women on the...
You're also assuming that they've had strenuous amounts of plastic surgery. You don't know that. You don't know that. You genuinely don't know how much plastic surgery that woman has had to look like that. You don't. You're just assuming how much plastic surgery they've had. Don't assume. Ben, it makes you look stupid.
On the outside. So
why did him saying outside just then remind me of Chris Hansen? Like, just listen to that again and tell me you don't hear Chris Hansen.
So probably we need a bunch of fat, hairy dudes who
I went too far. Hold on.
are more like women on the outside.
Did anyone else see that? That's Chris Hansen, right? Also, based on what I heard a few seconds ago, I know where this is going, so this is going to be fun.
So probably we need a bunch of fat, hairy dudes who say that they are women.
So in other words, what you're saying is they need fat women. Also, what is it with saying trans women are hairy? What is wrong with women having hair, Ben? Sorry, is that another stereotype that you agree with? That women need to be clean shaven? That's not naturally how it's supposed to be. And I know what people are gonna say about what I just said. Oh, so women not having hair isn't how it's naturally supposed to be. Well, guess what? A trans person's not supposed to naturally. A man's not naturally supposed to be a woman. Yeah, not the same fucking thing. Not the same thing at all.
Also in bathing suits, parading around at the Miss Universe contest if we truly wish to achieve gender equality and not buy into the harmful gender stereotypes that cause people to think that men are men and women are women.
Let's go back so I make sure that I heard what I heard correctly just then.
Gender equality and not buy into the harmful gender stereotypes that cause people to think that men are men and women are women.
So in other words, what he's saying is they need men on the Miss Universe contest parading around in what the women on Miss Universe are in for gender equality and to not buy into the stereotype that men are men and women are women. Ben. Ben. No. You described yourself earlier what Miss Universe is. Right? It's a show on the beauty of women. So why would we put a cisgendered man, or a man in general, on that? It would make no sense. It's not being sexist, it's just making the show make sense. Now, from that, you're probably gonna go, well, they did it, well, they've already done it with Anne. No, Anne is a trans woman, therefore, woman is on Miss Universe. Therefore, they didn't put a man on Miss Universe. They put a trans woman on Miss Universe. Because a trans woman owns Miss Universe. What is the problem with that, Ben? Are you angry with women succeeding in the world? Are you angry at trans people for succeeding because we are doing better than you? Is that what you're so mad about? Jesus Christ. I think Ben just hates people being equal at this point.
That is definitely the best way to heal this problem. Again, a society that refuses to be able to laugh at these sorts of problems is a society that is essentially dead on its feet. And
a society that refuses to laugh at a trans woman being on Miss Universe is a society that's practically dead on its feet. So pretty much, in what you just said, a society that won't laugh at the blatancy of trans people being able to live their fucking lives is a society falling apart. So in other words, Ben, what you would want everybody to be is transphobic bigots like yourself. If we had a world of people like you, which there's a lot of people like you, but if we had a world that was entirely people like you, nothing would get done. Nothing. It'd just be a bunch of people arguing with each other over what's right and what's wrong. Kind of similar to what we have now, except the arguing would never stop because there would never be anyone mediating the conversation because they'd be joining in on the argument. Imagine living in a world with a bunch of Ben Shapiros. It would suck. It would suck.
And if we are supposed to take seriously this ridiculousness, then
you are supposed to take it seriously because it's not ridiculous. The fact that you have a following for being this awful and there are people that support you is ridiculous. But He's genuinely hurting my brain. This man is genuinely hurting my brain.
And we are a society that is essentially finished. Alrighty, guys.
So, if you have to be supportive of a trans woman, society is over. But it's not, though. It's not, though. The world's not gonna implode or explode. And everyone's not gonna die at the fact that we're accepting a trans woman as a woman. It's not gonna happen.
As the rest of the show is continuing right now, you're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting into the NHL putting out a racially discriminatory job listing in Florida and getting slapped around for it. Plus, we'll get to whether the Republican...
Can we also point out here, so he works for the Daily Wire, right? He's an editor for the Daily Wire, and they've given him his own subscription code. Of course. And it's only for annual plans. Of course it is.
Congress is going to shut down the government over the debt ceiling again. If you're not a member, become a member. Use code Shapiro at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. Click the link in the description and join us.
No. So the rest of the last minute of his video is member exclusive. Of course. Of course. Gotta make money off of being a bigot somehow. That was just as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sneak peek into what my next video is going to be. My next video, believe it or not, is actually going to be another Ben Shapiro video. This time, it's about a misgendered teen who ran away and gets sex trafficked. And I did a very, very, very good job at being a dick, in the description of that video by referring to Luke, who is the trans teen. Well, yes. I don't know exactly. Yes. I remember. I read. He referred to them as a 14-year-old girl who ran away because her adoptive parents, and this is what he did, misgendered her. Yep, you have that to look forward to. Next video, you have that to look forward to, so be prepared. Guys, don't support bigots like this guy. Honestly, he's a jerk in every sense of the word. I don't get how he wakes up every morning and is supportive of this. I also don't get how this man is married, or the fact that he is allowed to speak for a political party and have these backwards views. Oh my god. And how he's a New York Times bestseller as well, I don't understand. How are people supporting a man like this? I don't understand. But I love you guys very much. I hope everybody in my video is doing amazingly. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I will see you guys next video. I'm sorry these videos have been so far and few between. I will explain as to why soon, hopefully. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!